Welcome to the Daily Energize podcast, your quick dose of clarity, quick tips, and the spark you need to shine bright. Here's your host, Spencer Jones.
Hey, Energizer. I am so incredibly grateful for you that you are here listening to the Daily Energize, that you allow me to be part of your life. And I know I say this often, but I am so incredibly grateful, seriously, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful for you and that you allow me to be part of your journey. So thank you so much. I'm just deeply honored, and thank you for being part of my journey as well. Together we are making this world a better place. A ripple effect from us shining our light and being our true authentic self and sharing the love, the joy, the positives. It is having a massive impact on this world. So let's keep doing it. Let's keep shining our beautiful lights and shining bright for the world to see. And part of doing that is, doing hard things. Doing things that aren't always fun to do. And sometimes, at least for me, sometimes that's self-reflection. Well, I like looking inward at times. There's other times it's not so fun because you have to be honest and just really open to myself about it. Not that I have to admit it to anybody else, but to me, because that raw honesty allows me to look at something and go, does this align? Does it not align? Do I need to adjust? Do I not need to adjust? And just be really open and clear. And I've had a lot of those heart-to-heart conversations recently. I've had them over the years, but especially this last year and really the last month, I've been having a number of them. And not bad conversations, not bad reflections, but life-changing ones. And not always easy, but incredibly, incredibly beneficial. So one of the questions I asked myself, and I'm asking you this question today, is what are you afraid to admit to yourself? What are you afraid to admit to yourself? Not to others, not to your friends, not to your spouse, maybe not even to your therapist, if you have one. But what are you afraid to admit to you? Do we try the things we try to hide behind, that we just, put off into a subfolder somewhere else, and we just try to ignore it, we bury it under a rug, and we just don't want to look at it because maybe it's painful. Maybe it hurts. Maybe it doesn't paint us in a good light, or whatever that is. What are you afraid to admit to yourself? Now, this is where clarity begins. Even if nothing changes immediately, not saying that you go off and all of a sudden become this different, better person or whatever, but clarity begins when you are finally willing to look at those innermost things and just admit them to yourself. Because then you could start to change and adjust if you choose to. And I'm not saying you have to. It's opening of that awareness, right? That's been a key theme this week. It's a key theme in the Daily Energize. And being an energizer is awareness. So what are some of those things you are afraid to admit to yourself? Now, for me, as I said, I've been asking myself some really tough, honest questions this last year and last month specifically. And I've done it for many years, but especially this year and the last month. And this was one of the questions that I've been asking myself is, what am I afraid to admit to myself? And some incredible things have popped up because I've noticed sometimes it's what I've buried under, or this question I just instantly knee-jerk reaction to, and I try to distract myself with. Other things, so I distract myself with, I don't know, doing the laundry or thinking about something else, thinking of something more fun. But what I've noticed is once I've looked at it, it's generally not as scary as I thought it was going to be. And I usually just had to make small tweaks, adjustments in my mindset, and maybe how I approached or did things that changed all of that. And I believe and I feel like I have come across as a happier, a healthier, more loving, caring person. And I've had more success in business when I started to admit those things to myself and adjusting as needed. But first I needed to be brave and ask myself those hard questions. And as I think back over the years, it's been books, podcasts, retreats, my men's group that I had. Those things have all dropped little nuggets of questions that I could then reflect on. And I truly hope that this podcast can do that for you, that my books, other people's books, our retreats, other people's retreats, and whatever, all those things can help you too. Because you don't have to get it all from me. I mean, I'm grateful to be part of it, but I'm sure there's others. Look for those little nuggets. And what's really cool, sometimes those little nugget questions, those things that I self-reflect on that really make me aware of things that I don't necessarily want to admit to myself, come from the most unexpected places. Like a kid, or a commercial, or this one thing someone said that made me think of this, and now I'm like, hold on, knee-jerk reaction. I want to look away. I want to distract myself, and that tells me, I need to look in. Maybe I don't need to do it right then and there, but at some point, soon after, I'm going to sit and reflect with it. So my question for you to self-reflect on is, what are you afraid to admit to yourself? What are you afraid to admit to yourself? And just be really open and honest. No judgment, just awareness. All right, that's all I have. Go have a beautiful day. Go shine your light. And until next time, I'll catch you later.